Thank you, Cordula. Hello, good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure being here, and thank you for the invitation. Today, I am here to share with you our efforts in measuring accessibility in tourism, what we do, the steps we have taken, and the challenges we have found. I will start with the why. Well, we bring the humanist social vision of tourism to the table. We believe that tourism, well managed, is a positive force for the planet and for the people. And we need to better demonstrate the role of tourism in social, because social is progress for society. And we have been advocating for that for 61 years now. We have today seen some great examples of the why as well. We are a member-based organization that gathers 185 organizations in 44 countries with a common vision: fair and sustainable tourism for all. Our DNA is composed by life quality, inclusion, solidarity, fair trade, and environment. We gather our members around those topics, and therefore, within the framework of a wider social tourism dimension, we have an accessible tourism working group for people with disabilities. Through this working group, ISTO seeks to develop accessible tourism through good practices, respecting national identities, and also developing practical tools and recommendations for all ISTO partners and all allies. You can see some examples here. It is chaired by Annette Masson, president of the Association Tourisme Handicap in France, and composed of representatives of 20 organizations from 15 European and American organizations from 15 countries in Europe and the Americas. In the last few years, we have issued 3 guides of practical recommendations with the participation and support of Impulsa Igualdad. You can see them here. We also took part in the Erasmus project on All for All in the last 2 years as well. So when approaching how to better measure social sustainability, the first step was overcoming the lack of harmonization when it comes to defining social sustainability of tourism, its areas of impact, and SDGs associated. We first need to understand who it benefits so we can measure it. We delivered those answers in our published addendum of Brussels last year. You can have access to it in our website, because ISTO has a unique capacity to bring together experts in social sustainability from around the world, including 29 members from academic institutions, as well as DMOs, observatories, public institutions, and other private and public organizations. So through a participatory process, we have taken significant strides in defining and measuring the social impact of tourism, developing a comprehensive definition and a robust set of indicators. You can see here what the numbers of that participatory process was. And today I want to present to you the indicators related to accessibility resulting from these workshops and good practices that I will name later in my presentation. What you can see here is organized in following the areas of impact defined in our addendum, and we have selected the prioritized one. It is important to highlight these because these are the priority ones, because we should continue sophisticating and deepening them as we advance. So you can see that we have some indicators related to local populations, community awareness programs, level of satisfaction in public transport accessibility, local perception of accessibility, local businesses accessibility initiatives. We have seen in these good practices today that some of them are already being used. Related to tourism workers, the degree of inclusion, diversity, and parity, employment rate for people with disabilities, number of training programs for workers, focusing on skills in accessible tourism, accessibility of workplaces for employees with disabilities. And in the dimension visitors, visitor satisfaction with degree of accessibility of a destination, percentage of tourism attractions and services with accessibility features, percentage of global accessibility related to the urban environment, percentage of accessible booking and information platforms. Somebody on the chat mentioned something about digital tools. We have included them. availability of accessible information. In the operational sector, which is another dimension that we identified, the percentage of circuits per region with infrastructure, activities, and individuals able to comply with tourism accessibility standards, percentage of companies with accessibility marketing and information, percentage of establishments and tourist sites having a certification recognized by regional or national authorities. And when it comes to public authorities, which are very much needed, as we are seeing today, inclusion of accessibility and tourism for all components with the destinations strategy, percentage of public policies supporting tourism participation, including accessibility, availability of information on the accessibility of the destination's official tourism portal, number of guidelines or handbooks produced that integrate accessible tourism, countries' score of inclusion on the social progress index. I want to name some good practices that come both from the private and the public sector. I invite you to review so you can review them later. So this is how far we got for now, but we will continue moving forward. We see commitments of the tourism sector. We believe we are marching the right direction. The commitment is there. We have seen great examples today, but we still need to set baselines and concrete goals. Therefore, we invite you to collaborate, to align, and to connect with ISTO to keep moving forward. Thank you very much.